My name is Bill O'Keefe. I'm 65 years old and I'm currently suffering from kidney disease. It's my family's mission to make people aware that donorship is available to people who might be interested in. It's a unique person who is willing to donate an organ to another human being. It's a person who is very altruistic, a person who's a humanitarian, a person who is unselfish, and I think has an abundance of fortitude, a courage.
My name is Bob Spaulding, and I'm 72 years old. My wife Barbara came home from a church meeting 10 years ago. In that meeting, she'd met a young lady who was suffering kidney failure. And as a result of our conversation following, I did some research on the internet to find out what was involved in terms of donation. The last question that the medical staff asked me was, why do you want to do this, just point blank? And I turned the question on them and said, why shouldn't I? And that dissolved the reluctance on their part to move forward.
There were 340 successful kidney transplants at the University of California, Davis last year. 60% of those people who donated an organ were live donors.
The question frequently comes up, would I do this? Would I go through this process again? And my answer is absolutely, unequivocally.
The advice I'd give others who are facing decline in kidney production would be establish a positive relationship with your doctor and staff, question your doctor, become educated, and stay involved in the living process. I've taken the opportunity of going back to school, taking a Spanish course so I can communicate with my granddaughter who is bilingual. I also am involved in coaching at the local high school, and I've done that for the last 29 years, so I'm going to continue to do that for as long as I can. I also play golf. It reminds me that I'm on the top side of the grass.
If there's any advice I could offer, it would be the following to potential kidney donors. One, it's important that the procedure take place in a facility where it is a routine operation that's done regularly by an experienced team. Two, it's important to really examine the insurance aspects so that you know the procedures are covered. And also, after you have donated a kidney, are you still eligible to transfer your insurance between insurance companies? And it's particularly important to talk with your family members so that you're all together. And it's not an individual process, it's a family undertaking.
Over the past several years, the procedure for the donor has changed dramatically in the sense that it's not as taxable and it doesn't require as much time off.
In my day, 10 years ago, it was a full abdominal opening. They even had to remove the lower right rib, and the incision was about 19 inches long. Today, the laparoscopic procedure involves an incision of approximately 6 inches. The kidney is harvested and the body is resealed immediately. My life has taken on some change in meaning as a result of donating the kidney. I found that I had many more friends than I realized, and my family members, my children became much closer.
I've had friends come up to me and say they'd give me their kidney. However, none of them have qualified up to this point.
It isn't often that a 60-plus-year-old man has the opportunity to hear from his friends and his family how much he's loved prior to the wake.
People who are willing to get involved in organ donation can, number one, they can register as an organ donor on donatelifecalifornia.org. Number two is inform family members. Let them know that you're a registered donor so they don't have to make that harrowing decision if you suffer death due to an unfortunate accident.
The recipient, Jean, died about 4 years after the transplant. The way I look at it is I was able to give her 4 more years of life.
Looking back on my life, I would not have done anything differently. I've been happily married for over 39 years. I have 6 wonderful grandchildren, 3 wonderful children of my own. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a grandfather, I'm a coach, I'm an educator, and I want to continue to grow in that fashion.